Hey, let's have some fun, talk some NFL draft. We got mock drafts coming out every single Monday on SB Nation. And here at SB Nation Studios, big fat studio draft show coming your way soon. Let's start with the latest. Number 1 overall, Teddy Bridgewater to Houston. No surprise there. They need a quarterback of the future. They're building for a new era. Hard to argue with Bridgewater. Quick release, athletic, great vision, great arm. No complaints. Jadeveon Clowney at 2 to St. Louis. A little bit weird. We're saying that they're going for the best available pick here, but they have Robert Quinn. They have Chris Long. Defensive end doesn't feel like a big need. Jake Matthews at 2 doesn't make the sort of worst sense there. He is good, and Jake Long's injury, there are question marks along the St. Louis line. Next at number 3, KHALIL MACK to Jacksonville. I love KHALIL MACK. I can't find anything wrong in this pick, especially if you're a terrible team, just go after front 7 and offensive lineman. It's a good enough philosophy. He could be good for like 12 years. Number 4, Johnny Manziel. Cleveland all in on Johnny football? If so, you gotta go all in. You gotta go Johnny Manziel, offensive lineman. They have Joe Thomas. Will they have Alex Mack with free agency? Who knows? But wow, that's Johnny football to Cleveland. Number 5, rounding out the top 5, Jake Matthews. Do like this pick a lot. Oakland's uncertainty along the offensive line with free agency coming up. You can build an offensive line around Jake Matthews for years and years to come. I really like him there. All right, let's skip around a little bit. Minnesota, we don't know who the head coach is going to be, but whoever it is, probably going to want his own quarterback. Thanks, Christian Ponder. Blake Bortles here. I like it. He's shooting up draft boards everywhere. Great size, great arm, very athletic. We saw what he was able to do in the Fiesta Bowl against Baylor. Hard to argue with him there. They do go outside, but having a running back like Adrian Peterson, whoever that quarterback is, good place. Number 10, Detroit, Sammy Watkins. Don't like this pick. It's a deep receiver draft. I love Sammy Watkins. I think Detroit needs help along that front 7, especially with the linebackers. CJ Mosley, he's really good. He's going to go sideline to sideline for years and years to come, hopefully for Detroit if he ends up there. I like CJ Mosley as a pick better there. Wait on wide receiver. It'll be around. Number 13, Xavier Su'a-Filo to St. Louis. They're building around Zach Stacy in the backfield. He looks to have A-list talent at the moment. There's uncertainty along that offensive line. Jake Long's injury, again, is going to be an issue. We don't know what's going to happen with St. Louis in free agency. All right, let's drop down a little bit. Number 22, Philadelphia, Anthony Barr. Really like Anthony Barr, would never like to be tackled by Anthony Barr, but as for Philadelphia's defense, they need to address defensive backs and do a lot of that addressing. I'm going to go DARQUEZE, DENNARD, or even Justin Gilbert here. Get a physical corner that can play in space, that can play on an island. Philadelphia gets good in the pass game. They're going to be really good on this defense. They're going to keep building. I like the young talent they have there. Number 26 in Cleveland, Jordan Matthews. Pretty unstoppable at Vanderbilt, but again, deep receiver draft with teams that need to address a number of issues. I don't like them going offensive skill. Go offensive line, go front 7. If you're going to go Johnny Manziel here, you got to shore up that offensive line. Even though I do like Cleveland's line, I don't know who's going to be here, but if you're all in on Johnny football, you got to be all in on protecting him, because if he's going to scramble around, you need protection and blocks being held. Not going receiver here. And finally, we don't know where San Francisco is going to pick, but if they can get a top corner at the bottom of this first round, whether it's Gilbert, whether it's DARQUEZE, DENNARD from Michigan State, that'd be amazing. Carlos Rogers getting older. San Francisco, not the best in pass coverage this season. That has been an issue for them past couple years, but Eric Reed has worked out well. If you can get a corner to go with him, it's a young safety, you're in a really good spot if one of those guys falls. See you next Monday, and we're going to see you on a big draft show starting the week after the Super Bowl.